In the next 90 days, YouTube could be a massive source of lead gen for your business. But right now, you're probably struggling on how to actually come up with great ideas and how to actually come up with a blueprint to get views, to book more calls, and to ultimately sign more clients. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do and the 3-month blueprint to get views the easy way. This was kindly done by my co-founder, Daniel. So everything that I'm going to mention in this video is from him, but I'll also weave in my experience too. So to start off with, my co-founder and I have built several successful YouTube channels from the ground up. He's built faceless channels. I've built personal brands. And for me, I actually think that when people tell you, oh, YouTube is a long-term game, it doesn't have to be. You can get views, and you can get views very, very quickly. And what I notice is that failing to see results early on is the reason why 98% of YouTube creators quit. So as I mentioned in this video, we're going to follow the exact blueprint during your first 3 months so that you can actually get attention and build a strong brand and build more relationships and ultimately book more calls. And by the end of this, you'll be convinced that YouTube is the correct path for you and you can have the knowledge to take it further. So my co-founder Daniel has worked with the likes of Will and E, Quibble Cop, Top 5 Best, Extreme Trends. I've worked with Puberty, FIFA, La Liga, Wimbledon, and I've also helped my clients generate over 6 figures for their personal brand. And I've been able to generate 6 figures for my own personal brand directly through YouTube. Now, if you want more proof that these videos work, we can talk about the first ever videos on completely brand new channels, 144,000, 47,000. And the reason why is that we can actually prove to you that it's easier than ever to catch attention early on. You don't need to have 100 plus videos on your channel before you go viral. So depending on your niche, it can take varying amounts of time before you see mind-blowing results, but you shouldn't excuse poor performance due to being new on YouTube actually. So this document has a collection of formats that you should use within your first 3 months. If you're uploading more frequently, it's one of the levers that will make this initial momentum building period way faster. So whilst this video is supposed to outline and kind of intend to showcase the videos that you should be doing each week, if you are committed to building a brand on YouTube, I totally recommend you doing more. These formats were chosen with one thing in mind: catching attention. So any additional uploads will be sufficient if they're able to manage attention. This means simply satisfying your target audience by talking about the topics they came for in a way which no one else can. So if you want kind of like a step-by-step guide, this is how you do it. You want to decide if you're going to be creating educational or entertainment content. And I'll kind of mention which side works here. But for every idea, you can plug and play into the placeholders until you build an idea which is captivating. But before you execute on it, which is super, super important, you have to validate the idea. You have to make sure that no one's posted it before, and you need to make sure that there are valid data or valid data points to suggest that there's interest in your idea. So you can check whether there's been recent similar videos for your target audience which have been successful. You need to make sure if the video idea is better done than anything else done previously on the market. And that could be done through your resources, through investing more time, through investing more money, or just through investing more expertise. If you have more results than the last person that spoke about that topic, you are probably going to create a better video than them. And you want to also find no pattern of similar videos being unsuccessful, and then you want to produce a video. So we're going to start off with educational because that's what you came for. A really good video idea is the new X taking over Y. This is a perfect opportunity to talk about a different way of doing things. And this could also subtly hint towards your business's unique approach. If you are able to discuss it and you can discuss how it differs from the mainstream way of thinking, you can really find out why your approach, your unique approach, is better than everything else. So for example, the new video editing style taking over YouTube, the new thumbnail style taking over YouTube. And then for you, you can say the new writing style taking over Twitter, the new short form strategy taking over LinkedIn. It positions your video as new to the audience, and that's how it can essentially kind of package itself into new expertise which your audience is craving. The next one is 4 tips that will instantly fix your X. You want to leverage your authority and you want to discuss nuanced yet actionable methods to solve one of your target customers' greatest problems. Make them different to what is commonly discussed in other videos around this topic. So the example video here is 4 tips that will instantly fix your aim. Instead, you can say 4 tips that will instantly fix your YouTube scripts, or 4 tips that will instantly fix your reading speed. Do you see how we're doing it here? Another one is don't start X in 2024. I should say 2025, but that's another one. You can knock down false beliefs and talk about why approaching X with the mainstream strategy is a waste of your target customers' time and money. You can then talk about a better alternative to achieve the same dream outcome, or a different strategy for X, which works far better this year. So you can say, oh, don't start faceless YouTube in 2024. Don't start LinkedIn in 2025. Don't start making content in 2026. You see what I'm doing here. X minutes of subject knowledge that will explode your business in 2024. So it's a perfect opportunity to showcase your authority, and it should be executed at a greater length than your typical content. So, and one thing I must say to that is, and one thing that I hear from a ton of clients is a lot of them want to kind of publish the long form content really, really early. I kind of disagree with that, only because from our point of view, it's like anything, right? If you want to have conversations with someone, the first conversation that you have with someone will be 30 seconds, a minute. You'll say, hi, how are you? How's your weekend? Etc. And if you want to, eventually over time, you kind of graduate and you kind of gradually come up with the longer conversation. So you start talking for 5 minutes and you start talking for 10 minutes. Before you know it, you'll start having super long, in-depth conversations, because you've earned the trust of that person to sit down with you and kind of spend their hard-earned time just having a conversation with you. We kind of believe that's similar here. So you always want to start off with videos between 8 and 12 minutes long. Hit the average view duration, hit the watch time, kind of retain your audience for longer. And once you see them begging for longer form content, that's when you do a video like this. Another one is, if I wanted to do X in 2024, I would do this. This format is intended as a deep dive into the specific steps required to achieve a certain ambitious yet commonly held dream outcome. The dream outcome needs to be so highly desired and have a lot of existing interest around it. So you can say, oh, if I was starting a company in 2024, I'd do this. If I wanted to start cold email this year, I'd do this. Really, really simple. Another one is, why something. So X will be a commonly felt problem amongst your target audience. Reading the title should force a moment of realization among the viewer, and that's the feeling you're calling out to them directly. So in this situation, we kind of go back to what we said initially. Every piece of content that you make should be framed in a way that only you can speak about it. So when you're on sales calls, when you're kind of speaking to your customers, when you're speaking to your clients, a big thing is that you can pick up all of the sales intelligence from those calls, and kind of like the common questions that you get from it, you can turn that into a video. So for example, let's say you're a $2 million ARR, I don't know, SaaS company, and you're finding out why, and you're kind of struggling with churn at the moment. You can kind of turn that into a video. So it'll be like, why you churn so much, or why do your customers leave so much? You know what I mean, right? And in this situation, for me, it would be why your videos aren't booking calls, why your videos aren't getting impressions. Or for someone who runs a Twitter ghostwriting company, their video could be like, why your tweets aren't getting engagement. The next video we want to do is how to stop X of all these 5 things. So this issue should be a common issue for your target audience, but also something that they're kind of like consciously aware of. It's a critical issue that they should actively be wanting to solve. So how to stop losing clients, or how to stop getting up at night, or how to stop getting bad grades, whichever, right? Another one is my honest advice to someone who the packaging behind this format tends to be more of an authentic, honest video. So this video, this kind of topic blew up in views last year. I remember it was kind of like the raw reality of doing this. Then everyone started doing it and no one cared at the end. So from our point of view, what we want to say is, I think this type of video, we might want to hold off until you kind of earn that audience. You earn someone to click into your personal experience, your authentic experience. But definitely later on down the line, this is a very, very good video idea, because the audience kind of gets to know you, trust you, love you. And that's the level that we want to eventually reach. So in this situation, you can say, my honest advice to someone who wants 1 million subscribers, or my honest advice to someone who wants to start an SMMA, or my honest advice to someone who starts a 6-pack. It's a great format for exercising and exhibiting authority, but it's also a great opportunity to rebuild your target audience beliefs around your industry. I will do 2 more for the sake of this video. I tried X plus Y. Here are the best. So, for example, people naturally gravitate towards content which exudes the impression that a lot of time and effort went into planning, creation, or attaining the knowledge within it. This is especially magnified when it's the specific vertical that the viewer is also trying to grow in. They will see your video as a shortcut for them. So, with this type of video, you want to position things where, as I mentioned, you are showcasing that a lot of energy, money, time, resources, emphasis went into it. So the reason why Mr. V's videos work so well is because there's always a huge chunk of money up front. Or the reason why Hormozi's videos do so well is because they're already baked. His knowledge or his years of expertise is already baked into everything that he's going to say. So he already earns that click. He already has the authority from his audience. So in this situation, I tried 502 workout routines. Here are the best. I read over 142 business books. Here are the best. You kind of see where we're going. So 9 biggest lies about X. So within the framing of the biggest lies, we are telling the viewer directly that this video will be contrarian information, views which you have reason to believe that the mainstream market is wrong on. So for me, my type of video would be 9 biggest lies about getting views on YouTube. Well, if you get views on YouTube, it's going to be from the wrong audience. It's going to be from an audience that can't buy from you. It's going to be from an audience that is just going to waste your time on sales calls. So that would be my type of video. Or I'd be like, shorts aren't really the reason why, or podcasts aren't the reason why that you're going to be booking calls. It's just a lie. So in this situation, we could say 9 lies about productivity, 9 biggest lies about YouTube shorts, etc., etc. So that's kind of like the 9-10 ideas that I wanted to go over in this video. We have a ton more, but what we want to do is we'll kind of package that into a separate video. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below. And if you want to book a call with us where we can kind of book you 10 to 15 calls in the next 90 days, check out our Calendly link in the description. We'll be happy to speak and see if we are a good fit to work with each other. So I'll see you soon. Take care. And yeah, make some more money.